Welcome to Griff's Basement.
Hi, welcome to Griff's Basement.
Where you don't get to escape willingly.
You gotta listen.
I've been here for years.
It's quite nice. It's cheaper in rent.
How many years have you been here? Collin, Connett?
6.
Gene Sopher Jr., I heard your
D9.
voice too. You were stuck in the basement.
The dungeon. I've been here for a long time. Enough that I ran out of spaces to scratch the wall.
Wow.
Not with my hands.
I'm Griff, and this is my basement. Also, this is a podcast we do where we talk about video games. Welcome to Bossbell Radio Video Game Music.
Woo.
Man, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
Yeah.
2 years.
Shit, has it really been 2 years?
I think it's been 2 years.
I have no clue. Concept of time is gone.
That is
Been
true.
living in this basement forever. We survived the outbreak.
So we're actually recording this from the future because, man, you thought that pandemic was bad? Whew. Wait until the gerbils.
Pandemic 2. Not loving Pandemic 2 either.
Richard Gere approves.
Or 3 or 4. We did make it through a couple seasons, though, despite all the basement dwelling and
And now we've gone through the entire catalog of internet porn, and here we are making a podcast. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, exactly. We're making a podcast, and in our downtime, we have done thorough research on every single fall-themed music from a video game that there is.
Yes, they have done great research and thorough research.
We have painstakingly went through every single video game song that is fall related. For you, the listener.
Yes, they did that.
We are here now to discuss the best fall musics. And the winner is... the winner is Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Windmill, Hills, right?
He is correct.
That's a really good one. But
Yeah.
He is correct.
So should we just get it done with right here at the top?
Let's just, get our cozy fall sweater and our hot chocolate and snuggle up for some great fall-themed video game music, gang.
Or if you're like me, put on a hoodie and some flip-flops because you're too lazy to put your socks on. That was a really nice song. Very pleasant, And what were you saying there, Mr. Connett?
You're a big fan of that game, huh?
I am.
Donkey Kong.
I like my Donkey Kong Country games. I
Hey,
do.
who was the one who picked that one? Was that you, Collin, or was that you?
Nah, it was Griff.
We raced to the same thing. It was my pick, but I think, like we said, undisputed champion of best fall music.
It's just really good. It's very fall.
I think it's
sorry?
nice. I just don't think it... it's nice.
We listened to every song out there, so
We would know.
Well, some people like cottage cheese, and cottage cheese is objectively horrible, so it's just a matter of opinion.
Also,
I think it's a great song.
bad take.
Accurate take, even if it's bad.
Well, the game is terrible, but music.
You're terrible, Griff.
Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze. What was it? Switch game, or was it? Wii U?
I think it was Wii U, and then they ported it to the Switch.
Was that the one that... Was that the one that we played back when we lived on?
Nope, that was Returns.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, there was
This
one...
is in the same style as Returns.
Okay, yeah, it's probably a fun game then, because that was a lot of fun too.
Yeah. So I was thinking about, as I was putting my list of songs together, like what makes a fall themed song? Because some of these ones I was listening through, I was like, this one doesn't feel fall, but it's titled fall or autumn or whatever. And I was like, I think that Tropical Freeze Windmill Hills captures the essence of fall because of just the jauntiness, but the kind of breeziness of it too. It's driving, but it's also not like a march and like a summery fun song. There's something a little just chilly and dour about it too.
I think it's the guitar or banjo that's playing. It makes me think of like fall festivals or like pumpkin patch kind of celebratory transitions into winter. So it's a very upbeat song in that sense, and I think that fits very well.
Agreed.
Indeed.
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 I don't have any of the facts and shit for this one, so, or any of these. Unprepared. See the show notes.
Oh, shit. yeah, see description.
Who wants to go next?
Sure, I'll go.
Go for it.
All right. Do you have a preference on which one you'd like to...
Well, I have no preference, but let's just go with whatever's on the top. I believe that is The Messenger, which has killer music throughout it. I like that song.
I like The Messenger.
I think it's a great game, and I don't know if the music perfectly ties to fall, but that whole area is kind of a foresty, and there's a lot of transition that takes place in the game, and the song just, I think, meshes well with kind of that fast-paced movement, where it's you're going from environment to environment, kind of a season to season, and there's a lot of time skipping that happens in that game, and I don't know, it just felt right, and I like that song. All the music of The Messenger is amazing, by the way.
I like the music. I'm not a big fan of the game. Not a big action platformer fan, if that means anything. It felt a lot like Mega Man inspired, but it just wasn't. I mean, I think it was probably too hard for me.
I knowing your playstyle, I think that's pretty accurate, and it does kind of a 180 where it's very Mega Man like, very linear, and then suddenly it's like, all right, surprise!
Suddenly Metroidvania.
Go find everything.
Yeah.
But I did get off my tuchus, and the person that actually composed the music for the entire game is Rainbowdragoneyes. And the coolness of it is when you go back to certain areas, all of the music when you first go through it is done with an 8-bit sound card. But when you go back the second time, you're in a different time period, so it moves it to a 16-bit sound card. Mm-hmm. So it's like this almost the same song, but it's just slightly different. That was the 8-bit version of Area 1. So it's so cool. Like, that blew my mind when that happened in the game. I lost my cookies. It was great.
So you're saying there's two different versions? If I could go look up the second world version of that song.
Yeah, each area has like an 8-bit and the 16-bit version.
It's
past and future.
So awesome.
Okay, well, I will maybe insert that right here. We'll see. I think that's passing the hot potato over to you there, Mr. Collin.
All right, well, we are going to take a listen to River of Life from Octopath Traveler. Ooh. I did not get off my tuchus. I don't know who wrote this song, but it's really great.
I think my original list I had some Octopath Traveler songs. Most of them are very good.
That is the song that plays in the town of Saintsbridge in Octopath Traveler. I guess fall music to me, nothing really too busy.
What is fall music to you, Collin?
That was fall music.
That was fall music.
What is it? When it speaks to you, what is it saying?
It's saying, pumpkin spice, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gooey pumpkin seeds in my hands.
I guess that's a reoccurring theme, thinking of the two songs that I've already played, where it's kind of this, just like positive tempo and very... Mellow, yeah. Like not like mellow to the point where it's like, I'm going to sit here and just... Well, no, that is kind of right. I feel like in those situations, I'd be sitting there watching a pumpkin patch and throwing fruit at kids. Or
fall music's chill, man.
Yeah, it's very chill, very relaxed, but not like sleepy.
Yeah, there it is, sleepy. That's the word I was thinking.
I think that your item that you brought from Messenger is like big. It's like driving, where I think that one doesn't quite match the same mold as the other two, like
I'm gonna harvest me some wheat to that song. Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and watch me out there sweating my business off.
Okay. Octopath Traveler, good music, good game,
really good. I think the Sunlands is probably my favorite music from that game.
That sounds like summer music.
That is most certainly not fall music, though.
Oh, okay. We'll keep that tucked away for 3 years from now when we cover that.
In the year
Spoilers.
2000.
Oh, God. Pandemic 45 hurts so bad. Guys, message trade. We're all wearing eye patches. Oh, man.
This just makes me think of like
Quarantine never changes.
This just makes me think of South Park and the Stick of Truth when they're going through the alien spaceship and they keep finding the recordings and the guy's leaving recordings like, I'm trapped on the spaceship and I keep finding these recordings and I can't seem to find any food. All I keep finding are more recordings about people talking about finding these goddamn recordings. End of recording. All right, I believe
those fellers.
Griff, you up to bat now?
That's me. I'm up next. Another fall song coming to you. I will bring things down a bit with a bad song. Here, ready to enjoy this one? It's from Sonic Adventure 2.
God damn it, this is Autumn Hills.
This one's kind of weird because there's vocals to it, and this one is a Ghost Pumpkin Soup. So the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack is a really weird but good soundtrack. Like I said, there's some vocals in this, and I could be wrong, but I think that the dude who does the voice for Parappa the Rappa,
oh no,
and now this one who might be trying to be Knuckles might be problematic. So divorcing artists from the art, if that's the case. If not, I apologize for defamation. But here, just take a listen to this great tune.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my little see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Down Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost peace. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery.
I'm glad Fred Durst is still able to find work.
This is an unreleased track, you know? Pumpkin, a pump out. What was the rest that I said?
Wait, what?
I pumpkin, I pump out, hands up, hands down, back up, back up.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that one.
What'd you guys do it all for?
You're gonna have a. There it is.
What'd you do it for?
The pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird track. It's a decent album, but that one
was
just,
from a video game?
That was from a video game. That was from the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack. It's buck wild. I never played Sonic Adventure 2 because my parents protected me of things that I should be afraid of.
Did this play during the stage you're in?
God, if only. I have no idea of the context of it in the game.
I also never played that game.
But I listened to the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack quite a bit, and that one just unfortunately shows up all the time.
Back in the day, playing about 10 minutes of the first Sonic Adventure was enough for me, and never investigated the other ones.
Yeah, yep. I think the world was of that same mindset, and thus the downfall of the Dreamcast and Sega.
So I feel like this is a weird time paradox situation, because listening to that song, I'm like, man, that would fit perfectly in one of the Sonic movies, which were both great.
Mm-hmm.
We do love our Sonic movies.
That's true. It also very much feels like 2000.
It does.
Yeah.
You guys were citing Fred Durst, and it's like, that is of a place and time.
Yep.
But now you all know of Sonic Adventure 2, A Ghost's Pumpkin Soup. Also, worst title ever.
I think it's better than the song, though.
Continuing around the horn, Gene, what you got?
So, this selection, I believe, which I am super prepared right now. My phone
Gene's fumbling.
didn't just...
He's fumbling. You can't see him, but he's fumbling.
All right, so this is... Oh, duh, Secret of Mana. Mm-hmm. I'm like, thinking Final Fantasy. I'm like, no, it's not Final Fantasy. No, it's Secret of Mana. This song is titled What the Forest Has Taught Me. This is the remastered track that came out with the most recent iteration of Secret of Mana. I think both of them are fantastic. I do kind of like the more... I mean, you have a 16-bit or whatever, 32-bit SNES where they're trying to, emulate Orchestra.
16 would be SNES.
Oh, duh. Whatever. It had bits. Where versus, I like the remaster where it really just pulls upon the instruments and it sounds wonderful. Anyways, play the damn song. think that's just a really like kind of a sleepier song, but I like the down pace of it, where it feels transitory and just kind of very calming. Like this is a natural process of shifting through the seasons, and well, we're getting out of fall and into winter now.
I like the driving drum beat of it. That doom, 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 doom. Yeah, that was really good. And I do appreciate that you brought the remastered version, because nothing wrong with the Super Nintendo. Absolutely love it, but it's good to hear that like depth of sound that you wouldn't quite get in the original.
Absolutely.
All right.
Good game, good music.
It's still my favorite game of all time.
But yeah, I think that's the bingo for us doing this, right? Is Gene brings a Genesis song and a Secret of Mana song.
Yeah, that's about right.
I bring some bullshit. Collin, I don't know what's your shtick.
Probably whatever's from Nintendo.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, we'll work on that. Nail that one down. What you got?
What's your next song?
My next song is a Nintendo song.
Shocking.
I'm also not using the base version of this. It's a Game Boy game. A little tinny. You know, if you've ever played the Game Boy. Tinny, the music, tinny, Jane.
I'm very confused.
You're going to be okay.
Say it again.
Tinny. Anyway, Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal.
Oh, I get it, because it's a metal.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
Ecruteak City. This is the orchestral version. I think it's from the Pokemon Evolutions Symphony Orchestra tour they do. I believe is where this is from. Here we go!
Felt criminal sliding out on that big swell there, but had to happen. Good choice. Good choice. Swelling.
Very
fun,
relaxing.
Beautiful.
It's relaxing.
Kind of easy going. Mm-hmm. It's again.
Big swell.
I got that easy-going fall music, y'all.
Yep, that's kind of music you just want to kick back and have an old brew to. October-flavored beer. Mm-hmm. Listen. Watch the leaves fall.
Pumpkin patches. That's my favorite.
Go to pumpkin patches.
Get obnoxiously lost in a cornfield. Maze.
Play Pokemon.
Play Pokemon.
Do people still play Pokemon Go? Is that a thing?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure they do.
I think I just read a note about how there's some update that was canceled. But yeah, new Pokemon coming out soon. Two Pokemon this year.
I'm not going to play either of them. I'm too old. I'm too far removed from the last Pokemon I played. There's no going back. There's no getting into it now.
There's new Pokemon.
There's too many Pokemons, dude.
Nah.
I mean, they look cool. I would much rather.
Changed.
They got the chandelier Pokemon and the garbage bag Pokemon.
See, you know it. You've been playing.
I think my favorite meme about that is like the original legendary Pokemon was, hey, there's some cool Pokemon in that tower over there. And now it's like, legends tell you of a trainer that could unleash the true power of the 3 primeval Pokemon to release its true potential. Like, man, that's more complicated. I just want to throw balls at monsters and...
Oh, I've seen it go both directions, where it's like, exactly as you described, like this legendary bird living atop a cliff amongst flames in the sky, and then now it's like, this Pokemon made the universe but looks like a gumball machine. Wow!
The true Masingo.
Yeah. Okay, that was good. That was nice. Again, I appreciate the up-resed version of it instead of the kind of.
If you want a shock to your system, feel free to pop the original in right now, and you'll hate yourself.
No. We played Game Boy music on this before, and it does not.
It's rough. It's rough.
That isolated sound without like the background noise of a car trip, your parents driving. Ooh, it is not the same.
Does the sound of just, claws on a chalkboard bring you comfort? Game Boy music.
Well, speaking of claws on the chalkboard, it's back to me. Since my last one was kind of a bummer, we're gonna play something to get us out of that funk. Something a little bit more funky.
It's time to get funky.
Well, we're going to continue with the Nintendo theme here, and this one's from the old everybody's favorite weird chunk of plastic called the Nintendo 64. Ooh. This game is from the game Blast Corps.
Oh my god.
Beeton Track.
Yes.
And this is great already.
Yes, this is a great song, and it's really weird, so buckle your butts up.
Go for it.
Banjos and slap your knees, boys. That's some good music right there. Here, let's go blast some shit up.
But I'm bid for Blast Corps.
Yeah, man, it's got all you want. It may be the only thing lacking is Jug, but it does have weird spring noise, which makes up for that.
That is a wonderful song. It needs to be around a bonfire. There needs to be people with straw hats and
moon shining.
Absolutely, there needs to be things on fire other than the bonfire that may or may not be in control. That is a hootenanny happening right there.
Blast Corps was a hootenanny. It was a weird game.
It was a great game.
It was, definitely new for Nintendo to try out something like that. Had a really goofy looking, big, kind of chunky robot art style driving trucks. Really, like if you think of the pitch, it's like, what do kids like? Trucks and like construction, but also breaking stuff. Let's make a game about that.
At one point you get to pilot a giant robot that steps on shit to blow it up. That game is
Are you
awesome.
talking about J-Bomb?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
My life is now complete.
Yeah. There was there's a story to it too.
There is a story to that
There's
game.
Blast Corps lore.
Yes, Blast lore exists, and
I just
believe
blasted
it's
my mind.
something like there's
In my pants.
some kind of nuclear device being transported across the country or something, and you have to clear the path for it. I mean, very, very superficial. I'm sure there's some more to it than that, but that's what I recall. And that's why when you would ever, you'd have those escort missions where it's like rolling across the thing, and it does you don't destroy the building in place of it or whatever, then the world blows up.
Kaboom!
All it needs is a love triangle and it'll be a new Transformers movie.
Sam Quickie.
Push the Blast Corps into my chest, Sam.
I think that's the winner, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Gene, you're at your last one here.
So, keeping tradition alive, this is a Genesis title. It's from Shining Force 2, one of my absolute favorite games from the Genesis era, where games released on the Sega Genesis. It is kind of their answer to Fire Emblem, and I think it had a little bit more, it had some uniqueness to it, but it was an amazing game. Absolutely great game. This is from it's called the Elven Town. It is a hidden area in the entirety of the game, and it's a very peaceful and great song. So let's hear it. when I hear that, I always think of kind of just like falling leaves, sitting on a porch, and just kind of watching it. Like it's the end of fall. It's the transition to winter, and it's a very like calming song to me. The song itself is done by, I am going to butcher this name, but I will do my best, Motoaki Tananuchi.
Sounds good to me.
It's an interesting song because it's so different from pretty much any other track in the game. And the area is so unique from anywhere else in the game because it is a hidden area. It's like you get to explore a map, but there's this weird tile in a forest that's off the beaten track. You go into there and it's like, oh.
Off the beaten track?
Go for it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Get it. But it's like, you go into this place and it's like, oh, it's an inn. And it's just this kind of village or like this small village place, but it's got so many hidden things. There is like a hyper difficult fight area in it. It's a cool place. It's a really cool place. It's a cool song. I love it. I have plenty of fond memories spending hours in that area.
So I like it, and I like the thing that I like about it, and what it reminds me of fall is. Do you guys know what when I say arpeggio, what that is? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's that that progression of notes. It's just kind of like up and down and up and down, and I like that kind of like meandering feel to it. We're going nowhere fast, but it's not. Again, like it's mellow, but it's going like it has a drive to it. I really do like that, and I do really think that is like super reminiscent of Super Nintendo and Genesis games. That da 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 da. You know, Final Fantasy VII iconically has that, or maybe it's 4, I forget. But yeah, arpeggios. They're good. They're fun. They're great to listen to.
We like arpeggios here at the Boss Barrel podcasts.
Word, Collin.
Prepare for maximum chill with my final selection. Terrytown, Breath of the Wild.
I feel like every coffee shop has some version of that song playing.
Oh yeah, I was expecting to hear the like door tinkle as the bell hits when a customer walks in and orders their PSL.
I also hear the Godot music from the Ace Attorney series when I hear that, which is also coffee related.
I think you've played that before or something.
I think I have had that on a list before, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So who's Terry?
Terry is a town.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song. It's mellow, it's relaxing, and like I said, Gene, you're spot on by saying coffee shop vibes.
You can't be mad when you're listening to Terrytown.
Oh, it's great. Like, have a fire going, like, sitting there. I mean, it'd be like, I don't even know if it'd be quite perfect, like, first snow of the season, or just, like, watching the leaves
How
fall.
dare you? This is fall music.
Blasphemy!
It snows in fall at times. But no, it's great. Like, I imagine just sitting there watching people wander around with their, like, you know, first set of coats for the year. Like, it's great.
Leisurely.
Exactly. Not shoveling snow yet.
No.
But soon.
All right, so I think that covers most of our songs that we want to play on this. I mean, I'll be straight up honest with you. I think we were discussing this off air. I think we had enough content to bring a couple really good tracks to the conversation here, but plumbing the depths of all of the video games ever released and all of their soundtracks, you'd be surprised how not super great a lot of those are, right?
Oh yeah, like
Not as great as you remember them being.
like I think we all agreed on what what was the game?
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. Like,
yeah.
it's great background music, but when you're just sitting there strictly listening to it, you're like, is it over yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a fine line to walk between of like good fall music and too boring fall music.
Correct.
Absolutely. Like, there's definitely something to be said about music where it feels like it's actively really uplifting and enhancing the experience versus being like a good just white noise where it, like you've got a lot to focus on already. Like, I think Stardew Valley is that situation where there's a lot of crap to do in that game. So having just like a consistent, mellow, just like sound in the background does well.
But also different versions for the time of day and
True.
the seasons changing and everything. So it's like it's dynamic enough that it keeps, I think, things moving. For it being a fairly modern game too, that helps.
For sure. I don't think it's bad. It's just, it serves its purpose very well, which isn't solely listening to that music.
Collin, you've got one more addition you want to lay out here.
Yes, the Village of Dolly music from Final Fantasy IX.
A lot of towns with people's names, huh?
This is my new themed. I'm dropping the Nintendo only named towns now. It's got that first town vibe, man.
Absolutely. Very pleasant. You know, the horrors of whatever empire is ruining your life hasn't, really fully kicked in. It's just your happy peasant village.
The story hasn't yet gone completely off the rails.
You haven't fought God yet.
Just
or somebody who ate God, or the god of the god that you already killed.
The agnostic town of First Town.
It's the happy little, we're just working folk.
Yeah.
And soon they will be burned to the ground. Spoilers.
Yeah, I think that covers it. The prelude to death, aka fall. That was fun. That was a nice grouping of music there. I think this... Okay, first of all, this is good to get back into this, gentlemen. I'm glad we did our research and we came, fully versed out of the horrors of the previous years, ready to talk about video games with expertise, knowledge, background, all that good stuff. That being said, some of the things that I encountered while trying to prepare this list were some songs that would be more fun to do in other settings. So more to come on that. Basically what I'm saying is, hey man, you like Beeton tracks? I got more of that.
We back, baby!
Find out next time on Ball Sprawl Radio.
I've been Griff Hoffmann.
This is Gene Sopher Jr.
And this is Collin Connett.
And Connett deciding to sign off with the smooth, relaxing voice that he naturally has.
Yes.
You'll definitely hear that in the middle of the night coming out of your closet to whisper you sweet nothings while you're slowly drifting off into a nightmare.
You can only hold your breath for so long.
Cock.
Okay, good.